Let's VR! This is Amber. You're watching virtual reality gameplay. Today I'm playing 2-Bit on the Gear VR. So 2-Bit is an escape the room game with a twist. And the twist is, instead of you trying to escape the room, you're helping this robot called 2-Bit escape the room. And there he is, that round ball right there. Oh, you see his head just pop up there. And you tell him where to go inside the room. And so wherever you look is where he goes. So I just selected on top of the crate there. And so he jumps up there. And when you see the question mark, you can select a new destination. And if you select a button like that, 2-Bit goes over and... Oh, and there's the countdown of how much time you have left. You have 10 minutes. And when 2-Bit gets near the button, he asks you, should he push it? And so you either nod or shake your head. I think you always nod. I mean, why wouldn't you want to push it? Okay, so when you push this button, it releases those flying robots. Yay. The only thing I had trouble figuring out in this game was what I'm going to show you right now. And that is when 2-Bit jumps on top of these pedestals, it moves other things in the room. So when you jump on top... Oh, and sometimes he fails to jump for some reason, but that's okay. You can just ask him to jump again by looking at the top of the pedestal. Cool. And now when the pedestal pushes down, it pushes up the other one, which knocks down those planks, which reveals a button in the corner of the room. But I'm just gonna activate these other pedestals there. So the controls for this game, you can't use a gamepad. You just use the your gaze. You just look where you want 2-Bit to move. And if you hold down the touchpad, you can have 2-Bit vision where you see what the robot sees. So instead of standing like where you're at right now, you'll see from his perspective. I'll show you that a little bit later. So yeah, really simple controls and pretty innovative. This game is in the Oculus Store concepts. I'm sorry, not the concept section. It's called the gallery section now. I think it used to be called concepts, but now it's called gallery apps. And those are kind of indie developers or ones that aren't screened as carefully. But I kind of like this one, so I want to play it for you. So now I'm going to push this button, or I should say I'm going to ask 2-Bit to push this button. And it's going to take him up the elevator. So this isn't the first time I went through this. I went through it once and found out where everything was, and then I did it again. So there's not like huge replay value to this game. You can only go through it once, but it's a free game that you can download. So 2-Bit just pushed that button, and what did it do? It actually that one he pushed right there actually brought down that kind of bridge so you could get to the other button. If the game looks a little dark on the video, that's because how it actually is. It's a little bit dark, but it does kind of give the idea of being in this like dark warehouse and really wanting to get out. So that's the advantage of playing this game in VR, is after you've been in here for like 10 minutes, you're like, wow, I really want to get out. So yeah, the escape the room games are kind of fun in virtual reality on Gear VR because you kind of really want to escape. Okay, so now 2-Bit is going to go push that button over there with the red or pink glow. And when he pushes it, it's going to knock over that cage in the right corner of the screen. So I'm nodding, so push the button, and you see the cage falls down and escapes more of those flying robots. So what do those flying robots have to do with it? Oh, there's some flying robots on the other side, so why don't I go over there, see if I can free them as well. So there is a little bit of a story to this game. When you play it, you'll find out a little bit more about what's going on here. So now 2-Bit is going to go to the other side of the room. Oh no! He fell! So that's one of the puzzles you have to solve here. Is how to get him to the other side. And that is 2-Bit. on the Gear VR. You've been watching Let's VR. This is Amber. Subscribe to my channel for more virtual reality gameplay videos.